to John Mearsheimer. Your thesis that Ukraine should move towards a neutrality is really based upon a very important premise, which is that Putin is trustworthy. What is the evidence, in your view, that Putin is trustworthy when I think most observers over the last 2 decades watching Putin is that he is not?
My views have not much to do with trustworthiness. The fact is that what Putin has made clear since April 2008, when we announced that Ukraine would become part of NATO, was that NATO not incorporate Ukraine into it, and that you instead have a neutral Ukraine. This was the subject of the discussions in Istanbul in March 2022, April 2022, making Ukraine neutral. That's what Putin cares about. So there's a very good chance, I wouldn't say it's 100% likely by any means, there's a very good chance if you can create a neutral Ukraine, then this problem will be greatly ameliorated.
Right, I want to let the other side answer that question, because my sense is John's position is that the trustworthiness of Putin is irrelevant in terms of the real thing that will happen. The questioner's question was, how do we trust Putin? Would either of you like to take
You
it?
simply cannot trust. He has violated 9 international treaties. We have gone way past neutrality. This is wiping out Ukraine as a separate identity, civilization, language that is taking culture. This is the unification of the Russians over the Ukrainians. Just to pull also on John's point about China and Russia, the adversary has agency here as well. And the unlimited partnership that Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping have formed, that is, we're not going to reverse Nixon that. They see a 2-block system emerging against the US-led international order. It's not something that we can pry apart.
And I just add to that, you're quite right, we can't be trusting Putin, there's the record. But I want to add something about the negotiations that have and the dialogue that has taken place. Do you know that Ukraine came forward early on, Zelensky, and said, you know what, we don't have to go into NATO. He actually said that early on. But you know what the Russian position was? Codify that in your constitution. And Zelensky said, excuse me, we're a sovereign country. We're not going to codify anything in our constitution. Here we were willing to extend something to you. You didn't take it because you wanted to impose on us. That's where you can't trust at all in this path forward here.